Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm out here back on trail again, actually revisiting one of the locations from last week's video, one of the bits of woodland that I walked through on that walk. Amazing hike, and this particular area of woodland, as you will have probably seen from that video, was just super inspiring. The colours, the trees, the light that was coming through at the time was just super nice. So yeah, I thought it would be worth coming back again as soon as I could. The only thing is slightly different today because, as you will see here, there is snow everywhere. So it snowed all day yesterday, pretty much, well, most of the morning, and then it's still cold enough that the snow isn't really melting. So we've got snow on the ground. I mean, it wasn't what I was planning for, but I don't mind at all. Hopefully it looks okay. The only thing is whether, because it has started to melt a little bit, whether it looks just a little bit messy on the ground and a little bit distracting. So yeah, we'll have to see what we can do. So yeah, I've parked up by the road there, and essentially my plan is to hike a certain distance. I don't know how much it was, maybe 1 or 2 kilometers, I'm not sure. So yeah, I'm going to hike in one direction. There is a shot, probably the last shot that I want to get is actually right by where I parked. So essentially my plan is to walk and then get to a point where I think the last photo is going to be taken, or the furthest photo away from me is going to be taken, sorry. Take that photo and then head back the way I've come. So yeah, I'm just gonna judge it. I mean, there were quite a few spots last week that I thought were worth revisiting. I just didn't have the time. I mean, I was on such a big hike. I was already pushed for time, as usually is the case. Yeah, I just thought it's worth coming back here another day. I mean, there's enough to photograph here that I thought it was worth revisiting. So yeah, come and join me. I'll put some B-roll in here now, and yeah, you can see exactly what it looks like. It looks majestic, like Narnia, I would say. So yeah, let's get going. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can see up ahead there, but there are a group of deer just crossing the trail. I've literally been walking on this trail for maybe 5 minutes. Yeah, they look incredible at the moment. The only thing is I've got to get my camera and lens and change things about. That's in my bag at the moment, so it's whether they stick around. Oh, there they are, just crossing there. Yeah, it's whether they stick around long enough for me to change lenses and cameras here. So yeah, let's just see if we can do this. Okay, so as you can see here, I've now got the 100 to 400 on. This is with the A6400. You can see these two beautiful deer. I'm not sure what deer they are. Don't know whether they're roe or fallow. There we are. Wow, look at them. Incredible, they're quite big. So yeah, you can see they just headed off the path there into the woodland. Yeah, I think it took a bit too long to get changed up with lenses and everything, but I'll keep this lens on and see if they come back as I move further down the trail there. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so yeah, as was likely going to happen, the deer did not hang around for very long, unfortunately. I mean, it's to be expected. I'm making so much noise just crunching on this snow. I mean, they're absolutely silent, you know, you don't hear a thing out of them, but yeah, someone like me comes bundling through the forest. I mean, they can hear and see me from a mile off, so yeah, I mean, I've still got the 100 to 400 here on the A7 III, so if they do turn up again, then yeah, I'm ready for them this time. I don't have to mess around with changing lenses and everything, so yeah, let's carry on. It's just absolutely stunning here. The light, even the snow. I mean, probably would have been a little bit nicer, the snow yesterday, but it was overcast all day because it was actually snowing. I mean, you wouldn't have got the light, so yeah, it's definitely beautiful. So, as you can hopefully see behind me, we're getting into sort of a plantation of Scots pine, and it's super dark and eerie in there. And basically what my plan is to keep following this trail, which leads along the side of this pine plantation, and then it veers off to the left, and you kind of go behind the pine plantation, and you can see through. So yeah, my plan is to sorry about that. So yeah, my plan is to head along here, get behind the pine plantation, and then shoot through it. And I think there did seem to be sort of some quite gnarled up old oak trees, maybe either within the pine plantation or just along this trail here. So what would be really nice is sort of looking through the pine trees, and if I'm able to isolate one of these old gnarled up oak trees as a subject, yeah, that could look really cool. Also, the other shot that I did spot the other day was that to the right of the trail that I'm on, so the pine plantations on the left, to the right was what seemed to be beech trees, and all of the leaf litter was on the ground. Obviously, it's January at the moment, and all of that red leaf litter looked amazing, contrasting against the darker pines here. So yeah, if I can get a shot something like that as well, that would also be really, really cool. Get some real colour contrast going between the colder tones and the bluey greens of the pines in here, and then the warmer tones of the red and orange old beech leaves. So yeah, that's the plan. Those are the two shots that I would like to get from over here. Let's just see how it's looking. Of course, there's snow on the ground, so I don't even know if we'll be able to see the beech leaves, so we'll have to see how it goes. So yeah, let's keep going. So this is the woodland, the beech woodland that I was thinking was going to have lovely red and orange leaves on the ground. Yeah, it's pretty white. It's pretty covered with snow still. So yeah, we're not going to be able to see those beech leaves. But I'm still going to go over there and see how it looks. And you never know, it might look really cool with white, to be honest with you, with the snow. So yeah, let's keep going. Let's try it out. And if not, we'll come back another day. I mean, the snow's going to be gone in a couple of days, and yeah, we can give it another go. So yeah. Plan B. Well, not really Plan B. Still part of Plan A. The spot where I was thinking was going to look really cool with the red beech leaves. Yeah, it just doesn't look good. It's actually behind me there, that white in the background there that you can see. Yeah, that would have been red and orange with the beech leaves, but just doesn't really look that great with the. Wait, there's a branch. Yeah, it just doesn't really look that great with the white. So yeah, I'm trying to head towards. I'm in this plantation of well, it's kind of a mixture of pines and I don't know, either spruce or fir. I'm really not that good with telling which is which, to be honest with you. But the ground is the ground's covered in bracken, so it's a little bit hard to get around bracken and brambles. So yeah, I'm going to try and head to. I don't know if you you probably can't see. There are some trees, some gnarled up trees in there. I don't know whether they're oak or beech. But yeah, I think let's rush you there. Yeah, I think that's going to be. It's going to be probably a no-go as well, to be honest with you. But yeah, we'll get over there. We'll see how it looks. But yeah, super majestic in here. It's gorgeous. Okay, so as you can see, I've got the tripod set up here. I've got the Sony A7 III on with the 100 to 400 telephoto lens. So yeah, I've had a little bit of a scout around the area. I mean, this is the kind of shot that I had in mind. This is the kind of shot that I had in mind, to be honest with you. But looking at the tree now, I'm a little bit closer than where I saw it from the other day. I was over there, I mean, probably about 100 meters away, but because I was looking through these trees and I was so in a rush, I mean, I didn't really get a chance to scope it up, but I thought it was worth coming and taking another look. It is a little bit more cluttered than I'd like it to be, So yeah, we have got sort of a gnarled, looks like a beech from here, to be honest with you, but it could be an oak as well. And that's within this this plantation of spruce or firs or conifer trees. So yeah, it does look quite cool, but like I say, it is a little bit more cluttered than I wanted it to be. So I've got the gnarled deciduous tree in the middle of the frame, and that's going to be in focus, and I'm going to shoot it wide open on this lens, which I think is f5. Let me just check that. So yeah, it's f5. I'm at around 150mm on this lens. So yeah, we're going to have the deciduous tree in focus, and then all of this foreground, all of these conifer trees are going to be out of focus. So it should draw your eye into to that gnarled up tree in the background there. It would look quite cool if there was maybe some fog or mist. Obviously, is always going to make that background just a little bit less distracting there. But I'll take it and see how it looks. It is quite nice. It's got this evening light on the foreground here. Hopefully that's not too distracting. But yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's try and walk you through the frame here. It does look quite cool on the back of the camera actually. So yeah, you can see you've got these gorgeous straight stems of the spruce trees going straight up and down there, and they're sort of framing the image, and we have actually got some beautiful light on there at the moment. Let's just try and take that shot just in case we lose this light. So I've got it on a 10-second timer, so yeah, it'll take 10 seconds and then the shot will go. There we are. Let's just see if that's in focus. I probably will manual focus. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is actually in focus. So yeah, I probably will try and manual focus after I put this video camera down. So yeah, it does look amazing actually. It's just a shame it is a little bit more cluttered back there than I would like it to be. So yeah, I am currently at f5, 1/80th of a second, and I'm at ISO 640. I probably will try and drop that ISO a little bit. Just need to make sure that I don't introduce any camera shake there. But yeah, I'll drop that ISO and then I'll manual focus on the tree in the background, and yeah, that should be good. So what I've done is I've focused on the tree in the background. I did end up bringing my aperture down to f11. I think the tree just looks better, that bit sharper. So yeah, I'm at f11. Oh, gone to sleep. So yeah, f11, ISO 100. I brought the ISO down, and I'm at 1/3 of a second, 10-second timer. And if I take that shot there, and then it takes 10 seconds, so about now. There. Yeah, so let's just see if that's in focus and everything. Yeah, actually that's really nice now. Yeah, I did have a little bit of a hot spot on the right hand side of the frame that I was intending to burn that in post, so I was going to do a bit of dodging and burning, but the sun's now moved and that hot spot's no longer there on those trees on the right hand side of the frame. You have still got it on the left hand side of the frame here, but I quite like that. I quite like the way your eye's drawn to there, and then you've got the background of that gnarled up old tree in the background. So yeah, that's looking pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. Might just try a couple more things from this location, and then I'll start heading back towards where I parked. So it's 10 to 3 now. It's probably going to be sunset around 4:30. So I want to be back at the car for 4:30. There is a shot there that I really want to get of some tops of some conifer trees, hopefully with the sunset behind. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get some colour in the sky. And so that's the plan. Try and be back there for about 4:00. That'd be good. So we've got an hour. So yeah, like I say, I'm going to try a couple more things in this area. Then I'm going to start getting packed up and heading back towards the van where I parked. So yeah, let's get going. So as I'm coming back towards the car, I've just gone past the trees I was photographing, the gnarled up trees, and that's the thing. It's trees, not tree. So it was actually more than one, which was probably why it was looking so cluttered. I think it was 2 or 3 trees there. That's why it was looking so cluttered in the end. But hey, you don't know until you try. So one thing I will say about the compositions that you've just seen, generally I try not to put my subject in the center of the frame and just have everything central. It does work from time to time. And definitely more so if it's a vertical composition. I feel like it works better, but it is a trap that a lot of photographers fall into, me included, where you just put it plonk in the middle of the frame, and it works, but it just really isn't the most effective way to do photography. I mean, it's not particularly rewarding to just put everything in the middle of the frame, I don't think. I think it's just lazy composition, unfortunately. But for those images there, I think funnily enough it did work. I think that there will have been other ways to do it, but I'm a little bit short on time, so I decided to just put the subject trees in the middle of the frame and then frame it up accordingly. Obviously there are still ways to achieve a good composition with a central focal point, but like I say, it's just, I think it's a trap. I think it's a little bit of a trap. Just try. I just try not to do that when possible. I just feel like it's a little bit more of a rewarding experience to photograph a composition. Even the rule of thirds is obviously a very basic compositional tool, but I think it does create a much more engaging image than just sticking your subject in the middle of the frame. That being said, I think a central Focal point does really work for things like Instagram. Obviously, when you're scrolling down that page, especially if you look on a lot of photography accounts, photography hub accounts, there will be, I mean, I don't know if it's the majority, but there will be a lot that have central focal points. But like I say, I just feel like it's a little bit lazy sometimes. So yeah, try not to go in that direction unless I really have to, or like I say, sometimes it really does work. Oh, you bastard. Okay, so a little bit of a change of plans in the end. As you will have just seen, I got to my final shooting location, right by where I parked on the road, and as it turns out, the foot of my tripod has come off, just one of them, and this has happened before, which is super annoying. It's the worst thing about these tripods. These are three-legged thing tripods, both of the ones that I use, and yeah, the feet just come unscrewed as you're walking sometimes, and obviously really difficult. I'm going along and I'm looking at the ground, hoping that I'm going to be able to find it, but to be honest, I'm not massively hopeful. So yeah, I'm going to retrace my steps for a bit. I don't know if I'll go all the way back, but it would be good if I could find this. The trouble is, obviously there's snow on the ground, so I think it makes things a little bit more difficult, if anything, to find it. So yeah, wish me luck, and let's try and find it before it gets dark. That'd be good. Right, so little bit of an update. I just bumped into a lady and she said, "Are you looking for a knob?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said that she's found it, and what she's done, she didn't have it with her. What she's done is she spiked it into a pile of logs. So yeah, hopefully I'll find this pile of logs. She said it's about 5 minutes away from where I saw her. Oh, is this it? No. So yeah, about 5 minutes away on the left-hand side of the trail, and yeah, hopefully she's found it, and hopefully I can find it again before it gets dark. So yeah, I will be with you, hopefully, with my knob. We're coming up to a pile of logs. I'd say it's a log. Let's see if it's here. And there she blows. Amazing. Thank you, lady, whoever you were. But yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. Still in one piece, all looking good. Let's get it back on the tripod. So note to self, when I get back, I need to tape the feet onto this tripod. I've done that with the tripod that I'm holding this camera on right now, my smaller tripod that I use for video. because basically all 3 of the feet came off one after another, and I had to get 3 replacement feet. And I think you can only buy them in the set, unfortunately. So with these feet, the black rubber bits at the bottom come off, and it exposes metal spikes. And I think they, 3-legged thing, they call them stilettos. And they're about £60 for the set. So I would have been really quite annoyed if I'd have lost that, because unless 3-legged thing were willing to send me just a replacement one, I would have had to buy a whole other set for £60. Yeah, I have had dealings with 3-legged thing before, and the customer service has been actually really good. They've sent me replacement parts for this tripod head free of charge. So yeah, they have been really good, and I've spoken to them at photography shows before, and they seem like really good guys. So it would be worth a try to, if you have a 3-legged thing tripod, and if ever your feet come off and you just need one replacement, it would be worth just shooting them an email and see what they say. It can't hurt. They might send you just one replacement for free. So yeah, it is annoying though, but yeah, all good. We found it, we've got it here, and yeah, back to the van now, hopefully before it gets dark. Okay, I'll catch back up with you back at the van. Okay, so I am back at the van now. Made it here safe and sound. Everything seems to be in order. So yeah, I found the foot. To be honest with you, I would not have found that foot, I don't think, if I'd have waited until tomorrow. When I realised I lost it back there, when I was about to take that photo, I kind of had the choice of either go back and retrace my steps and try and find it, or to maybe come back in the morning when there's more light. And yeah, to be honest with you, I'm glad I did what I did. I don't think I would have found that if I waited until tomorrow morning. I mean, it's lucky that I saw the lady who found it and picked it up and put it where she did, because I don't think I would have looked there. I mean, I was looking along the actual path, which it wasn't on. It was on that log, as you saw. So yeah, all in all, pretty good trip. Got a couple of shots there, and yeah, found that foot for the tripod. And actually, at the end of the day, the sunset, it didn't really do anything. There wasn't much colour, so that shot that I was planning to get, that really wouldn't have been very good anyway. I will come back another time and shoot it, hopefully when there's a bit more colour in the sky. But yeah, as it stands, I would rather have the tripod foot and not get that shot than to get that shot and then have to come back in the morning and try and find it, or just not come back and have to try and replace the foot myself. So yeah, all in all, good trip. If you like this video, please subscribe and hit the like button down below. That would be a real help. And yeah, see you next time. Thank you. Bye.